Hello? Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of having second thoughts about this whole van life thing. Listen, I'm about to film a video, so I'll call you later, okay? I started my van life adventure 4 months ago. I started my van life adventure 4 months ago, and I have not left my home state yet. Like many of you guys watching this, I dreamt of doing van life for so long. And finally, in April of 2024, I bought my first van and I started to convert it out into a livable space over the summer. I was filled with excitement from the time that I bought the van all through the conversion. And now that it's really time to leave home, I feel paralyzed. I thought this was the life that I wanted. Now I'm questioning my decision. I have a lot of anxiety around battery life, breakdowns, just being extremely far from anyone in my network. It's like I've been planning a snowboarding trip and I bought the pass, took the flight to Colorado, I took the lift to the top of the slope, connected my bindings, and I'm sitting there at the top, just frozen. Do I actually like van life? Do I feel unprepared? Is it the fear of the unknown? I'm trying to figure out what's holding me back from just turning the key and driving away. Maybe a part of me feels like this is going to be a rebirth. Like a snake shedding its skin, like totally letting go of the past, your whole network, everything that's familiar to you. And the new me knows that I want that, but the old me is having trouble letting go. Anyway, to help us figure out this dilemma, I'm going to explore some of the challenges that I've dealt with so far in my first few months of van life, and hopefully that'll help find us an answer. So what are they, the challenges? Well, I have a list here, so let's go through a few of them. So I'm going to start with number 5, and that's temperature. You know, I always kind of took for granted the climate-controlled environments between like work and home. You're always just kind of chilling at that perfect 72 to 68 degrees. And yeah, life on the road, like I knew it was going to be hot and it was going to be cold. I was going to have to try to stay warm overnight. But I guess actually living it and just thinking about it are two different things. All right, let's get to the next one. Number 4 is restroom and trash disposal. I just don't want to deal with any black water tanks or anything like that. So I opt to pretty much use like public restrooms. And you know, every van lifer knows about the pee jug, and you're always looking for a spot to empty that where no one's gonna walk in it. So yeah, that's a challenge. Trash disposal. You know, I get little Walmart bags and I hang that on the back of my passenger seat, and every place I stop, I'm trying to empty. You know, I'm really try to patronize the business. So if I fill up fuel somewhere, if I get food, you know, they have a garbage available, I'm emptying it. Okay, the next one is parking. Number 3, deciding where to park. So finding places to park doesn't seem all that challenging. Like deciding where you should park, that's the hard part. So it's like food choices. You know, we've all had that conversation with our significant other where it's like, where do you want to eat? And yeah, there's no lack of options, and that's what makes it hard. All the options. And same thing with van life and parking. So number 2 is showers, and I have a Planet Fitness membership, and that's pretty much exclusively where I shower right now. I'm still in my home state, like I said, so friends and family, I've been spending a lot of time with them, and I'm able to use their showers when I'm there. I do want to look into, once I get out into the more rural destinations, getting like the little solar shower bags. Those things seem kind of cool. Now, so far, I consider all these things to be kind of minor inconveniences. They're easy sacrifices to make in exchange for the freedom that I get of living a nomadic life. But this next one, number 1, is going to be loneliness. And I would say by far, like, this is the biggest challenge to living on the road and living a nomadic life, and always changing your environments and not necessarily having like friends and communities and resources in every new place that you go to. It does get lonely between the 8 hours that I'm sleeping and working in my van, 16 hours a day just in that 80 square foot space. You do get lonely. So, for me, how do you remedy that? Call people, call family members, hop in Discord with my group of gaming buddies. Like, that helps to just get a dialogue going with another person. But to be honest, like, I was lonely a lot of the time in an apartment too. Like, I spent a lot of time alone, between working and just being in my apartment prepping food. Like, so honestly, like, yeah, your community and your resources are closer by if you're stationary, living in one place. But people have got their own lives going on. They have their jobs, they have their families to take care of, and yeah, I think my loneliness level, like, if I was like on the scale, I think it's probably about the same. So far, all these challenges that I'm dealing with are going to be the same challenges that I have when I really get out on the road and start to venture out around the country. So what is keeping me here? What is keeping me from leaving? And just to answer honestly, I think Minnesota and my network and my family is familiar to me. It's that predictable, familiar feeling. So it's almost like the illusion of control. With everything being so familiar, you know what to expect when you go to a certain place, when you talk to specific people. And when I get out on the road, I'm not going to have that familiar feeling. It's going to be a complete 180. Everything's going to be totally brand new. And I think that scares me, but in a good way. So when I leave, it'll just be me and my ability to survive. I'm relying completely on my intellect and my preparation to get me safely to the next place that I want to get to. So when it comes down to it, and I commit to crossing that state line and leaving home as I knew it, not knowing when I'm going to return, I think it's going to take belief in my abilities, confidence in my preparation. I think it will take an act of faith.